Good day, everyone, and welcome to the European Heyball Open 2025 live from Germany, presented by Joy Billiards, Liebe Windcloth, the WPA, and the EPBF. This is the losers bracket round 2. We have Lee Stevens from the UK against David Zalman from the Czech Republic. In the last frame, we did see David Zalman on the black ball to the center pocket, just narrowly missed that as his chance to get on the board first. After a few tactical battles, he was left with a cross double, which he made, unfortunately going in off after that and conceding that frame. And that's why you see Lee Stevens, the first on the scoreboard in this race to 7, 100-minute timed match. Currently on the table is David Zalman. As you can see, we are using the new WPA Unity Heyball set of balls specifically made for this game. One of the first tournaments where the set is being used, and it will be further international Heyball events as well. Delicate cue ball positioning required here, just to navigate around that black ball. I think it's good. Looks like he got a touch of an angle as well. I think he could just draw up in between the gap between the black and the blue and play the blue pocket. Nicely done. He'd be eager to unforced error in the previous frame. Just bad luck really to play such a great shot and go in off after that. Swings the cue ball around 2 cushions for the same pocket, and very nicely done so far from David Zalman. And it's there he takes his point, which should have been his second. But nonetheless, his first point score is 1-all in this race to 7 now between David Zalman and Stevens. And as you can see, the magic rack being used in this tournament, that is a tournament-specific rule. Magic rack, which does make the balls racked tighter, more consistent, as well as the break rule. We have the 4-point break rule for men and 3-point break rule for women in this tournament. So that means 4 balls need to pass the balk line for illegal break, or 3 pass the balk line and 1 pots, and so on. Remember, those were the rules we were using last year, but I feel because they're using the magic rack, they've enforced that to eliminate soft breaks. Seems to be working quite well. We haven't seen that many illegal breaks thus far in the tournament. And straight away making a pink ball into the right center pocket. A very nice clearance from David in the last frame. Easily navigates the cue ball through the table. Great shot selection as well. It'll be interesting to see what he chooses here. Both sets are a little bit tied up. It's not the easiest choice. Could use the ball by the center to release the ball that's on the cushion on blues. He's pushed that away. I don't think that's what he wanted, but he does have the chance now to play the blue down the cushion. I'm not going to get better cue ball placement than that to play that ball. Yeah, it looks to me like he wanted to disturb that, but didn't do so. But he's down table. He's on this blue on our side of the table. This is quite tricky because at some point in time in this finish, he has to take on that blue that's on the left-hand side of the table. Taking a tactical move instead, and doesn't look like he's left anything easy at first. Yeah, it's not a bad attempt, and if you look at the cue ball as well, that's well planned. Very nice containing safety shot from Lee Stevens, and we actually haven't seen him at the table other than the first frame, the clearance from David Zalman in the previous one. Well, now then, there's a few options for pink. I really only see one problem, and that is the pink ball on the left-hand side of the table that has to go into the bottom left on our screen. If we can find a way to get onto that. Oh, is he looking at playing the double drop? It hasn't worked out too badly for him. Once again, not leaving anything easy on the table for his incoming opponent, David Zalman. Pink's looking much better now. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That has worked out great for David. He tried to find a gap there, so this is going to be quite a tactical frame now, especially with that blue-pink bunch on the balk side of the table. You have to exercise a lot of patience with a situation like this. So what Lee Stevens could do with his next shot is play the pink on the outside, possible combination of the blue-pink, and just have a look at that. It's not really sick, but it's going to put that pink more in the jaws of the pocket. Yeah, I think he'll have to go for something like that. Now he's looking at it. Not going to be playing this too hard either. David has to play the blue now, otherwise it would be advantage pink if he doesn't. That's not too bad, actually. So far I would say advantage to Lee Stevens on pink. Unless David can find a way to disturb blue and pink at that baulk pocket. Because there's not many places to hide the cue ball now either. You can see what he was trying to do there. He was trying to close that pocket, try and gain some sort of tactical advantage with that. I think that's the ball that Lee Stevens has to attack now. It's the only way he's going to keep the advantage in this frame. Needs it to fall. Hasn't. That's a nice pot. That's a nice long pot, but now what can he do from here? What he needs is to be able to break up the blue-pink at the top of the table. His blue is behind the pink. That's his only option. Otherwise, he'll never have the advantage in this frame. Okay, he's managed to pot that. And that is a legal shot in Heyball rules. You can play a combination shot like that. As long as you touch your ball first, you can pot your opponent's ball. It's just a loss of turns. And now, what Lee Stevens is looking at, he's looking at potting the blue ball off the pink, using the pink to pot the blue. But he needs to get the cue ball safe. So down table, our side of the table on your screen. Preferably behind the pinks. It was a good line. Oh, he got it. And still things just not rolling the way of David Zalman yet. Another good shot required. There's not many. I'd say there's not many places to leave the cue ball safe now. Oh, have a look at that. He went for the bank, and look at the cue ball positioning, though. That's exactly where he wanted the cue ball. And unfortunately, what blue has landed. This is advantage Lee Stevens. Now he can pretty much put the cue ball anywhere on the table. Like that. Trying to force ball in hand, but doesn't even need it. He just needs David Zalman to touch his blue, and that'll open up the pink. Here comes legal shot. He touched the blue first, but have a look at that. He's now opened up the pink ball for Lee Stevens. That's exactly what he wanted. Deep draw shot required here to get back. Oh, look at the control on this. Very nicely done. Couldn't have placed that better if he had ball in hand. Played that black ball for the center pocket, slightly overrun. Good. And it's there. Lee Stevens takes his second point of the match. The score 2-1 now in favor of Lee Stevens over David Zalman in this race to 7, 1-loss bracket round 2. Score 2-1 to Lee Stevens. Lee Stevens to break now in this fourth frame with his alternate break format. Let's have a look at his break. I don't see anything going into the center straight away. And it does look like a legal break as well. Pinks in play for David Zalman. See, there doesn't look like there are too many problems on the ball. Yeah, nice control. Doesn't want to be hampered by the ball at the center pocket. pocket though if he's playing down table. Yeah, choosing to go center first. Was a little bit pacey, but he's got this pink to the bottom left hand side corner pocket on our screen, and it's there off the inside jaw and in. Now personally, I don't think he should have left the ball in balk for now, as he has his last 3 balls in 3 different sections of the table. I would have taken that earlier and then worked my way down from the center to the bottom of the table. The center pocket now, and then goes for the ball that's up in the balk area. He's forced to play a really good positional shot. He's taking this one first, center pocket as in. Yeah, that was the dilemma. He was forced to come out into an area, had very little room for error there. And that miss has given Lee Stevens a chance now at this table. It's not the easiest table for Blues. Nice first pot, so looks like he is going to finish up his work down table at this end of the table. Oh, that cue ball has ran a little bit too far. A little bit too far. That's a really great attempt. And have a look at the cue ball's positioning. If that had gone in, he was perfect on those 2 object balls in the balk area. Once again, both players having chances at aim. Oh, unlucky again from David Zalman. That cue ball just not being friendly to him at the moment. So ball in hand anywhere on the table for Lee Stevens. Now the problem ball is that ball behind the black ball, as you can see. He's looking to play that. He was looking to play that as a combination. Yeah, I think that's the option he's going to take, but has to be very careful not to create a foul or a push stroke. Very short cue action, just stab at it. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It's there. It was guaranteed to be on the blue in balk as well. Yeah, very nicely played, very controlled. Now he's going to leave the ball. That's the ball as his last ball. However, the angle he has on that is very important, as love to be as straight as possible to hold the ball. Yeah, exactly like that. Look as straight as he could get on that to hold the cue ball for the black ball. This has been great stuff from Lee Stevens at the table now. This black ball now for his third point, and it's there. Lee Stevens leads 3-1 over David Zalman from the Czech Republic. This is a race to 7, 100-minute timed match, and the match clock is stopped between frames for racking and for the player break as well. So players actually have the full 100 minutes of play time. David Zalman now to break in this first frame, currently trailing 3 frames to 1. Lee Stevens from the UK. And it looks like 1 blue has gone in. Still 7 pink balls left on the table. Once again, a nice break. You can see nothing near the cushions, everything out in the middle of the table. Now it's just about navigating through the traffic. And it starts with choosing the right set of balls first. And that usually can be a tough choice, especially when there are no problem balls per se on the cushions or clusters. Needs a cue ball to hold up or come through the gap. I think he's just raises his hand there just to apologize, and he knows he got a bit fortunate with that one. He slightly overcued that, a little bit too much power in the previous shot. And that cue ball is not on a string yet from David Zalman, and he's going to need it to be to navigate through the traffic and take out this clearance. Okay, that's not too bad. From the aerial shot, it does look like the blue goes into the left center pocket through the gap of the 2 pinks. Okay, cue ball against the cushion. He's landed on that. He looks to be quite straight, so yeah, he is fairly straight, so not much he can do with the cue ball now. He himself a shot on that last blue, has to take his medicine. Nicely done from him, but doesn't have an easy shot on this black ball now to get his second point on the board. Oh, very nice break and run. Manages to control the cue ball as well. Nice break and run from David Zalman to get his second point on the board. Score now 3-2 in favor of Lee Stevens in this race to 7. We are back after that player break at 3-2. Lee Stevens leading David Zalman from the Czech Republic in this race to 7. One loss bracket, second round. These matches have a time limit of 100 minutes. And that is 100 minutes of play time. So the clock is stopped for player breaks and for racking. So more than enough time to complete a race. There's also a shot clock on the players, 45 seconds per shot with one extension of 30 seconds per frame. Looks to me referee at almost every table as well here. 16 Joy tables event. This event, of course, sponsored by Joy Billiards. Joy Billiards uniting the world through Heyball with these continental Heyball tournaments, as well as the official cloth sponsor Win. We are also using the brand new WPA Unity Heyball sets specifically made for this game, just released last week. So this is one of the first tournaments using these ball sets, and we will be using this in the future. I think it's a really nice add to the game to have its own ball set. And if you are looking to purchase a set, contact WPA or Joy Billiards to get yourself a set of these new WPA Unity Heyball ball sets.